Hey everybody, I am at SWAT and I'm with Darren, Darren Fields. He's an amazing turner and he makes lots of pens and he's been really into kitless pens. He's from his moniker or his name, Woodchuck Hobbies. And so he was gracious enough to share some of his pens with us. So he's gonna tell us about them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you. So started making pens in general with kit pens. Little over 2 years, probably closer to 3 years. And then late last summer, it was during one of Chad and Charles's live streams where Chad was talking about not just making pens, but being a part of it. And so I started with my first fountain pen. And then I just fell in love, and I haven't gone back to what I call muggle sticks. So now I'm a fountain pen nerd.
Yes.
And then that ignited me going from kit pens over into bespoke. So per Chad's advice is starting with what you have. First thing I did is I started with a demonstrator pen. And what this does is it has the single start threads, so that's kind of where my journey began, starting with tools I had. But I decided to do this so that in my mind I could see where all the parts end up inside, to understand where I have extra room, what I can do, and potentially modify. So then this is actually my first official bespoke pen that was not a demonstrator. So it's that guy.
I mean, that's amazing work for a first one.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So, and it's a blank by Troy Shipley. Really liked that one, so I did it, and then did another one of his. So I'll just kind of go through these. All using Yovo number 6 nibs.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
Yep. So, and then this one, it's a slightly different material, but I just love the pattern on it. Still sticking with the flat ends, and again, using the tools I have. And then that's one of my first actual resin pours with obsidian mica powder. So it was a nice accent to it. And then, this one actually goes down here in my journey.
I love that this is the journey of your making. Yeah.
So then what I did with this is these were bespoke blanks, but what I realized, because I had a couple duplicates of 5-inch regular blanks, is they were both hybrid blanks, is I was able to flip them over and convert it so I can make one pen out of 2 blanks.
That's awesome.
And then I sectioned in just for a little add to try it. So this has a little bit of sleeve in it because I wanted to start down that path as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you're starting down that path just a few pins in, which is pretty awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
But this was actually the first pen when I got into the triple start.
Oh, nice.
The caps. So that really accelerated because, I'd heard the thing about how long it takes to untwist and twist. Mm-hmm. But this definitely kick-started it. And it's just progressed into a rabbit hole for me.
As a fountain pen nerd myself, Fountain Pen Nerds Unite, you don't see a ton that are hybrid.
Yep.
Not a lot of people make them, and people make for years and they just use resin.
Yep. And I had seen ones where they do the accent with it. Mm-hmm. But then I thought, why not, if I'm putting the threads on the resin side of it?
Oh, absolutely.
Just go ahead and do it that way. So then I started getting into one of the Facebook groups, and they do a pen maker showcase. It's in Troy's group. So then these next few are some of his blanks that we did for the showcase. So this is a blank, and then I poured the flashy gold.
It's pretty great. So in the showcase, are people making just kitless or making kit pens? Is it all over the spectrum?
The only real rules is that it has to be a writing pen, and then it has to be submitted anonymously, and then it's voted on by the group. Nobody knows who made it.
That's cool.
So I'll intermix kitless and regular pens to do that.
Right on.
So, and then this one was the first one I did because I had seen these and I thought it was pretty interesting. But this is one of my first finial inlays.
Look at that.
With some gems. Again, just an inexpensive thing I had bought off, I think, Amazon. But it was just something I wanted to try.
Right?
So it was just the experimentation process.
But it's great because you pick up the pen and then you're like, ooh, the pop.
Yep. But this is actually a ballpoint that uses a converter, so you can use any of your non-shimmer, non-troublesome inks to be able to use that in a pen as well.
Those
but use
shimmer
a
inks,
ballpoint.
they'll get you.
Yep, yep.
But that's so much fun because inks is like a huge part of fountain pen nerding out. So
absolutely. And then kind of the next step in my journey was this, where I started adding roll stops to it.
love that.
I see them with clips. I love them with clips, but I don't see a lot with kind of the roll stop on them.
Right.
And then this was the first one I'd ever done, and just as a tip for anybody making them, I use the same material the blank is to make the roll stop. So if you're a maker, I'll just give you a tidbit on what I do. So when I cut the bespoke length blank, I cut the cap and the body so that they match, and then the leftover piece is for the section.
Perfect.
But I leave it long, and then I cut like a little tenon that's the size of the roll stop, round the end, finish it, polish it, and then go back with a parting tool. And so if you were to take this out, it would look like a little mushroom, so it's thinner on the back.
That's awesome.
And then I drill a very shallow hole that's that size that it fits into to hold it to give it extra adhesion.
Yeah.
Drop a glue, put it in, and then I have a matching roll stop to go with the pen. But lesson learned on this one is when I did this, I set the roll stop too high, so when I set it on the table, it doesn't stop it as well. So on my next one, you'll see I lowered it to make it a little bit better. So then I just kind of got into a practice mode, figuring everything out. Again, Yovo number 6.
That's part of the fun, though, right? Is figuring things out as you go.
And I will say this pen has helped me a lot.
Yeah.
So if you start to shorten a section, you have to understand how much further it goes in the pen. You can take measurements when the parts are inside of there.
Yep.
And start to figure out what's going on.
That's huge for visualization. Like that's such a good tip for people when they're first starting, I think.
Yep. And that idea actually was spurred on again by Troy.
Yeah.
So, and then this is, so this 4S is under blacklight, but this is the first one I did in an all matte finish. So it has that real nice soft velvety feel to it.
It feels real nice.
Yep. And then again, same on the section. And I'm starting to really like the sections in a matte finish, just because it has that real nice feel. Even though it's still hard plastic, it has that soft feel to it.
Yeah, it's hard to describe. And it's, again, also with matte, I feel like I don't see a ton of makers doing matte finish.
Yep, exactly.
And I think they're stunning.
Yep, I absolutely love them.
Like, I don't know, there's something so different.
Yep.
And it's not just the feel, but the look, too. I love them.
Yep, and there's a distinct feel between a nice polished pen and a matte feel.
Absolutely.
And if you haven't tried it, then I would encourage anybody, if you're making one, just make the section matte. Don't sand it all the way. And try it.
Yeah.
Because you can always go back, put it on the mandrel, polish it if you don't like it.
That's true.
So, or if you have an existing pen, you can go back and make it matte.
Yeah.
So, this was another showcase pen. Really like this one just because of how bright the blue and the red is.
Yeah.
On these. And then again, using the roll stop.
I love sections too. Like as a nerd, you pull it off and then it's like, surprise. There's the section, because there's always cool swirls in the section as well. Yep.
And then all of these pens are the 14 millimeter thread, the M14. And then just recently I purchased the 13.
Nice.
Because I was commissioned for a pen that they wanted it slightly smaller for a lady's hand.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm super appreciative and excited about that opportunity. So my last one here, this is actually Jake Blank. So this is his shredded cash and gold leaf. And what I found very quickly when I tried to make the section is that the paper in here makes it brittle, so it just shatters.
Oh.
So that's part of why I went back and actually sleeved this. So you can't see inside because the sleeve takes up the full inside, but it gives a gold back to it.
You're killing it, man.
And then has a nice gold nib to accent it.
That was also, you like took it off and then you're like, boom, look at that section, golden. Yep.
So then this is where I got the M13 just recently. Also picked up the new Turner's mandrel set, which is super nice, by the way.
Thanks.
So when I went to the 13, it was a combination of instructions from the Heinz pen that you provided, plus another one I'd been working off of, but I had to get all the sizes.
Nice.
So again, I went with a demonstrator so I can understand what I need to do, which I learned quite a bit from. And then also starting to look at the thread length. So rather than having, multiple turns, trying to get that 2 or less turns when the cap comes on and off.
Absolutely.
So,
which is nice for user experience.
yes. Yep.
Like I always have a bunch of pens inked.
Yep.
Because I want different colors for my notes.
Yep. Absolutely. So, and then also one of the nice things about demonstrators is it will test your polishing skills.
Yeah.
Because you'll see that. So between a demonstrator or just an all black resin, it's a good way to test, what your polishing is doing.
Yeah.
So, and then I think it went in this order. These are actually just from this recent week. So this is one again, sectioned it with some white pearl. So that it's a straight white pearl, but that's from Zach Higgins, and then the blanks from Troy.
That's a great mix.
But it's
that's a great mix-up.
Yep.
Yeah.
But once I made the 13 and made this, I really liked it just because it's a little bit smaller than the other ones. So it gives a little more availability in what I'll be able to make and kind of some of that creativity.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really great shape.
Yep.
It feels good. I've held that one, guys. I'm kind of obsessed with it.
And then this is, I know it's the most recent, so it's likely to be my favorite, but this really is.
Oh, that's awesome.
So for anybody that's a car fan or watches any racing, and the Golf livery from back in the day, this was made by Troy Shipley, and he nailed the colors on it.
Yeah, Troy's killing it with these blanks.
Yep. So again, shortening that up, trying to shorten it, and then it has a Yovo number 6 Edison nib in it.
Awesome.
And then paired it with the black to match the black in the pen itself. So, but these small ones don't have roll stops. It was just a choice as I made. I just decided not to.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my whole journey of bespoke since late last year, since that one stream and the rabbit hole I went down learning about fountain pens because of Chad and Charles. So.
They nerded out. I really liked that live as well. It was fun.
Yep.
Yeah, fountain pens are great.
Yep.
Get into them.
So.
If somebody wanted to commission something from you or get something from you, where would they find you?
Go to woodchuckhobbies.com and there's a contact form, or you can email me Darren at woodchuckhobbies.com.
There we go.
And it'll go right to my email, and then we can talk. So.
Well, thank you so much for telling us about your pens. I'm going to do one more once over.
Yeah.
Get your little logo in here.
Yep.
It looks good.
Yep. The new pen roll from 3rd Gen Pen Shop.
That's awesome.
So amusing.
I also got to ask, because you were unscrewing, and I was like, oh, your ring is nice. Did you make that ring?
Yep. I actually, when I started turning, started turning rings.
Yeah.
And then went into pens from there.
It it was blingy in my...
flashy.
It was flashy in my camera, so I had to ask about it. Thank you so much, Darren.
You're welcome.
You
Thank
rock.
you. Appreciate the opportunity.